Hi guys, so today is Monday and this is the start of a reading vlog that obviously will not go up on Monday, so by the time you're seeing this it will be the end of the week. I haven't done a vlog in so long, but I do like vlogging. I do like every now and then popping on and being a little more personal. There were some books that I wanted to read in fall, but then I was thinking about it and I thought I actually would prefer to read these before fall. So that way, if I like them and I think they're really good and some of you might find them perfect to pick up in fall, then I can give you some insight. So I asked you to let me know which ones you wanted me to prioritize. The number one book on that list that I knew it would be the number one. I just knew you guys were going to vote for this one. And that would be Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. Another one that was pretty high up on the list was Wicked Saints. The other two books, this one, Bone Witch, this is the copy my doggy a long time ago when she was in her chewing phase. She kind of chewed up some of my books and this is one of them. But I've heard pretty good things. I have seen a couple of people think it was all right, but I haven't heard a lot of negativity about this one. And the other one would be Ninth Reign. This one is not the highest priority of these four, but I still really want to get to it, especially because it's adult fantasy and the other ones, the two of these three I've already mentioned, are young adult. So I wanted two adult, two young adult, because I know everybody kind of has slightly different tastes. So I'm hoping I really like this one. I don't really know a ton about it. I haven't seen very many people talk about it, but hopefully I'll get to talk to you more about it in this vlog. I'm getting ready to do some editing for some videos I pre-recorded, and then I'm going to read. And I wanted to put my ambiance on, but I had to show you all. If this does not define me, that I have an ambiance and then your mom's house podcast, it's like recommended. High and tight. I settled on a rain one because I live somewhere dry and we never experienced this. But I have my reading buddy next to me. Hi, Luna Bear. Hi, sweet girl. Oh, gotta stretch. Oh, and look out the window. Okay, I have to work. I have to work now. Thank you. Thank you for the kisses. Okay. Oh, no, Luna. Little reading update for you all. I finished Wicked Saints. I didn't love it. This had, though, one of my pet peeves in any book, which is when characters who don't really know each other act like they've known each other in the narrative. So, for example, that's what a couple of these pink tabs were. The main character interacts with somebody, they just met them, but then a day or so later, a short time later, the character that she has met is injured and she goes to try to help heal the person, try to help them, she mends their wounds, and then she wants the character to get some rest, but the character, it says like, being who she is, she just couldn't rest, kind of a thing. And it's like, what do you mean being who she is? You don't know who she is, you just met this chick. One of the examples of this, Nadia, who's one of our main characters, says Nadia didn't usually see the side of Jahan. That's the character I was talking about. This is a different example of what I was saying, but they didn't usually see this side of them. You don't, what other side of them have you seen? You don't know them. Like, that's a pet peeve of mine, and that's not a big deal. That's not the main reason. It's just something that frustrates me because I think that makes sense if the characters are familiar with the other person. So if they've known each other for years and they say like, you know how Bobby is, that's just how he is, then you kind of are like, oh, okay, this gives me some insight into how Bobby is. But when they don't know them, it just feels like it's the author telling me that's how the character is. I have seen people say that one of their gripes with this story is that the love plot line is very frustrating because the characters, by the way, if you hear noise, I have ambiance on again, but the character is like, oh, this boy, he might be terrible, but also he's so hot. I wasn't that frustrated by that. I didn't care about any of the characters. I didn't feel, the best way I think that I can illustrate the thing that frustrated me was, let me flip to this tab. So there's a part where the very opening of the book, the character, her whole world is flipped upside down because invaders come and they pretty much destroy the monastery that she grew up in, and people she cared about are dead now, and she escapes with this one woman who's her friend, And there's a part where her and this friend have to part ways, and it gets like a brief mention, like, all right, we parted ways now. And I'm like, this is like the only family essentially you have left. They're not actually related. It's just, it was frustrating because it was like, okay, this person who supposedly means so much to you apparently doesn't mean that much to you, because they just kind of get a passing glance of like, all right, see ya, peace out. If this is important to the character and they don't even seem that, they don't seem like they care that much, then why should I care? I just felt like I never got that much of the characters themselves. Everything always felt like it was moving forward, and I love to get to know characters really well so that when we move forward, I can anticipate how their emotions are going to be affected by the things that are happening. I can anticipate what is a threat to them. That's another thing too. The stakes for me never felt that high because of the way the magic system works. I'll talk about it more in depth later. I feel like maybe I should gather my thoughts a little more. I just finished it. If you like the idea of the Grisha trilogy where you ship the Darkling thing, that's kind of the vibe that this is. And there's a lot of blood. Like, the magic revolves a lot around blood. And if you're looking for something that's super angsty, super bloody, almost like a YA Nevernight type of feel, that's what this is to me. Now, on to Ninth House. So, today is Thursday, and that night that I said when I finished Wicked Saints, and I said that I was going to be jumping into Ninth House, I did not jump into Ninth House. I read the preview chapters of Rhythm of War that are available online right now. Anyway, I did eventually get around to Ninth House though, and I am 87 pages in, and I don't like it so far. If I stopped reading it right now, I would not care about what happened next. That's the best way to put it. I'm just a little bored. I do like the perspective of the male perspective. Darlington is what they call him. The main character, there's nothing to them, really. They're just kind of edgy. But they're not edgy in the way Kaz Brecker is edgy, where it's a little over the top and entertaining. They're just kind of quiet edgy. I did a poll on Instagram for this as well and asked people, okay, for those of you that felt it was slow in the beginning, do you feel it picked up or do you feel it stayed slow? And a pretty large chunk of people were like, nah, it stayed slow. So I'm a little nervous. If you don't know, which I'm sure you do because this is pretty popular, it's a dark academia setting where there's secret societies in Ivy League schools, and those secret, I'm so sorry to keep touching my bangs, but they're in my face. They do weird stuff. It's almost like an Illuminati thing. And our main character has the ability to see greys, which are ghosts, and it's normally very difficult to be able to do this, and she can. And that's kind of all I know so far. There's just not a lot that's happened. It's a split timeline, so you're kind of jumping around, and some people said that was disorienting and confusing. I'm not really disoriented or confused. I'm just a little bored. But I have to say, I can't say what it is, which I know is so annoying, but I got some really great news today, and it has to do with book stuff. I feel like anytime a girl says they got good news, people are like, you're pregnant, and no, but it's nothing to do with that. It has to do with booktube stuff, and I got some fantastic news, and I will reference this moment from this vlog when I get to finally kind of reveal what the really happy news is. I'm so sorry to be so obnoxious, but I wanted to share that despite having a really rough year, something that is silly and nerdy has brought me so much joy, and I will share that in the future. I'm really excited. I can't wait to tell you guys what it is. Now that I'm done being obnoxiously cryptic, I'm going to show you some cute clips of Luna.
It's gonna be all crazy.
Luna Bear.
It's not coming from over there.
Hello.
Hi, doggy.
She just her little casual stroll. Luna Bear. Are you a tired girl? You want a belly rub? Do you want your belly rubbed? Belly rubs. They're the best, huh? Boop. Oh, big yawn. It's exhausting being a doggy. Oh, 2 yawns. That's a lot. 3 yawns? My goodness. Luna. Okay, you are being ridiculous right now. What are you doing? Okay, you are just being a silly girl. A new day, a new ambiance, and Luna Bear protecting us. So cute. And Sean's feet.
Woo! Woo!
Today is Saturday. This is my current favorite ambiance. It makes me really excited to go to the woods, which we'll be doing soon, to celebrate our 5-year wedding anniversary, which actually already happened, but our celebration of it is going to be in October. But anyway, I am going to start these 2 books because Ninth Reign, I'm not DNFing it, it's just a little bit... I haven't been enjoying so many of the books and I don't want to fall into a reading slump. So I'm going to start these. Hopefully one of them will grab my attention. I am with the hubby, the best husband ever.
Label.
And you like that shirt. I didn't make him wear that. He surprises me. Sometimes he has it as an undershirt and he'll like take off the first shirt and then show that to me as if he's Superman. I, of course, have my ice. I'm going to show you guys how I like to drink these because I don't just drink them right out of the can. I have a special way. It's not really very special, but I'm going to show you anyway. So first I have my big cup, and I already have some ice in it, but it needs more ice. I put ice all the way up to the top of the cup.
Gee, don't you think that's enough ice by now?
No, mister, I need more. And I've got a reusable straw. Better for the planet. So it is officially Saturday night. It's right about 9 o'clock at night. That's when I start to get a lot of my energy. My energy kicks in, I'd say, around 7:30, which unfortunately is when my husband usually starts to get tired. If you're a night owl, leave a little moon, and then if you're a daytime person, leave a little sun in your comment. Ninth Reign, I ended up reading the first 103 pages of that one. Ninth Reign, I was into immediately. It's very interesting. The setup is that you have this group of people who, they were sort of like elves, and they would feed off of this magical tree's sap, and this tree was their god, and then they kind of were immortal in a sense, and then that tree died, and nobody really knows why or how to restore it, and since then they have not been able to really find a replacement for that tree's sap. And one thing they started to do that initially seemed like it would keep them immortal was drinking human blood, which obviously caused some tension between them and humans, because humans don't really exactly like that. However, an illness developed as a result called the Crimson Flux, and it's super disgusting, and sometimes it can last a really long time before it inevitably leads to your death. And so one of our main characters is one of these people who he has had some human blood in moderation, but not enough to get sick yet, and he's deciding to leave his land behind because he feels it's dying. And then you follow a human lady who is awesome and super bold, and she seems really cool. And then you're following this woman who is a witch whose power has been being used. She was in prison since the time she was a child, and they've been harnessing her power, and her power can be used to kind of forge these magical weapons that are then used to fight these evil spirit things. It's all very interesting. I'm really enjoying it so far. Very interesting, not really like a whole lot of other things I've read. And then the chewed up version of Bone Witch. I am 81 pages into this one. This one follows a girl who accidentally summons her brother back from the dead, and as a result is whisked away to other necromancers, basically. It's kind of passive right now. Nothing really feels like it's currently happening. We're sort of just being told about her life so far because she's a child when this happens. So I do like the writing, and the world is really interesting. But I don't feel I've really had the story officially start yet. I still feel like I'm waiting for things to get going. I will keep you updated. I'll, of course, update all of you over on my Instagram stories as I finish these books. It's EB Novels if you want to follow me there. But regardless, you'll definitely hear me talk about these books again, either in a wrap-up or in another vlog. I have not gotten any further in Ninth House since having picked it up before. I do plan, unless I DNF it or something. Otherwise, I plan to do a very in-depth book review for this one. But anyway, that's the sum up of this week's reading vlog. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you later. Bye.